What is going on, everybody? It's Jonathan here with BNC Retrievers. Friday night, kids are in bed, wife is at work doing the nursing thing. Let's have a podcast. Before we start, this podcast is brought to you by Smallwater Game Calls. George Wilson is making some great waterfowl calls up in New York. Go check them out, Smallwater Game Calls, on Facebook and Instagram. Tell them that BNC Retriever sent you. Also, Seabag Locker Coffee Company and the sister company, Seaside Coffee Company. Great coffee, great people. Check out them on the Instagram, Facebook, and their websites. You can use the code RETRIEVE to save you some cash on some great coffee accessories, mugs, presses, etc., and some apparel. Also tell them that we sent you. Alright, so like I said, Friday night, podcast time. I don't know when you'll listen to it. You may listen to it tonight, you may listen to it over the weekend while you're chilling out. May wait and listen to it Monday morning. But whatever time you listen to it, thank you for listening. Thank you for the support. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, etc., what everybody else says. Alright, so what are we going to talk about this week? Well, in Tennessee, it is 2 months away from duck blind runs, from public duck blind runs. So, I'm sure it's like this everywhere else, but it's kind of a big deal. I know in the town of Dover, literally thousands of people flock to Stewart County High School, stand shoulder to shoulder, spend thousands upon thousands of dollars between duck stamps, licenses, raffles, etc., for a few handfuls of duck blinds. And listen here, if you go down there and you don't have 50 to 100 people in a group, you're not competitive. Even those 50 to 100 groups aren't competitive. I know groups that have 200 people there. So yeah, you need to be lining up your groups if you're going to be hunting. I know Camden's like that, Springville, Tennessee, and probably everywhere, except for our little honey hole. We got us a pit, and I'm looking forward to that. Still got to pay off my share. Sorry, Corp. But anyway, so yeah, 2 months away from duck blind drawings, and then 3 months away in Tennessee, and I'm sure everywhere else, you're around 3 months, to early wood duck teal season and resident goose season. We call it resident geese, early geese season, etc. And I love early teal wood duck season. I'm not even going to say teal because we don't shoot a lot of teal around here. I've never shot a teal in early season. So, boom, we just get wood ducks. So, let's just talk about wood duck season. It's 3 months away, starts in the beginning of September, first part of September. And why it's important is because it is a pre-test, it's a practice run for the big season, the November, the late duck season. Now, I know a lot of people run hunt tests, but let's kind of backtrack real quick. This podcast is for anybody that wants to listen, any avid outdoorsman. But our Instagram page and our Facebook page, I'm not going to say our business, Nikki, my wife, because she says we don't have a business, but our focus is on the average everyday hunter that's got a dog and wants to train him himself or herself. So, if you're like me and my family that trains dogs, we work full-time jobs and we don't have the time to run off to hunt tests and stuff like that. So we don't have those hunt tests to prepare. So I'm using wood duck season as a test. And this will be Tucker's first early season. I took him a few times last year during the late season. He didn't pick up any birds. So this will be his first chance at picking up some birds. Hopefully we've limited out last year. And I think Court and them limited out the year before that in wood duck season. So it's a good pre-test because it's not pressured. I know around here there's a few that'll hunt wood duck season, but as compared to regular season, late season, it's only about a fraction of the amount of people that hunt, and it's fun. We limit out pretty early, but it's low pressure. It's kind of chill, relax. You know, it's not cold. It's still warm, mild temperatures. The water's not freezing cold. It's a great introduction. It's a great test and evaluation of where you're at and where your dog's at in the game, as I call it, of picking up ducks. And I love it. It's great. Love it, love it, love it. Can't say it enough that I love it. So when you get out there, it's like I said, it's mild temperatures, it's low pressure, wood ducks act stupid around here. They come in, boom, boom, The only problem is that the limit's only 2 here. So you got to take, 4 to 5 people. But that's all right, though. If you've got a dog that's not gun shy and it's been around the gunfire, then boom. But this is a good test, and you will come out of wood duck season knowing, you can write down and memorize what your dog did good and what your dog didn't do good, if anything. And you reinforce the good, and then you work on and teach the bad. Whether it be blind retrieves, multiple marks, just sitting still and waiting for shooting light, walking on heel to the duck blind. Every little detail helps. Your dog needs to get out of the truck or car or whatever and walk with you to heel to the duck blind or wherever you're going to set up at. Needs to sit there patiently and not whining and not carrying on and making a ruckus. And then he needs to mark birds, or she needs to mark birds. And if you have blind retrieves, I'm not saying you have to do blind retrieves. I know Tucker's probably not going to be 100% on blind retrieves this year in the early season. But, I'm expecting him to be able to mark. And, bringing the duck back to you, heeling, and, not hard-mouthing the duck, and then dropping the duck in your hand. So, every little detail you need to write down that your dog did good, praise him for it. Make this fun for your dog. It's fun for everybody. It needs to be fun for your dog. And, write down remember what your dog did bad. And then you've got October and November to work on it before the main season. So it's a great, great, great opportunity for you and your dog to get out there and see what works, see what doesn't work. So, with that being said, be preparing. Just because it's hot outside, I know some people don't train when it's hot outside, but summer offers a great opportunity because it don't get dark until like 8 o'clock. So if you're like me, I work 7A to 7P. I'm getting home around 7:30. I still got 30 minutes to work on stuff. You got plenty of time. No excuse. It's not that hot outside. It's great time. Great time. You're not out there in the midday sun where it's 90, 95, 100 degrees. It's not humid as bad. So, no excuse to slack on training during the summertime. So, that being said, get to work. Your pre-test is coming up in September. If you have any questions, any concerns, comments, please DM us on Instagram or comment on the link below. I was talking to my buddy Cameron. He runs the Road to Redemption podcast. You can check him out, Cam Williamson Official, or, Road to Redemption podcast. And he does a great podcast on, pretty much what I like to call real-world issues. Not, but not like news stuff, but like stuff that like the average everyday person's going to face. And, people who have goals and stuff like that. But anyway, go check him out. But anyway, back to what I was saying. He's talking about, he knows how to get these podcasts on iTunes. So I'm going to meet with him. We're going to try to get these on iTunes so you don't have to go to YouTube to listen to it. Got a big episode coming up. It's going to involve a pretty dang good veterinarian / Mossy Oak pro staffer. Stay tuned for that. If you got any veterinarian questions, be DMing us so we can get that set up for him. And stay tuned because a lot of big things coming up. So y'all, if you're listening to it Friday night, enjoy your Friday night. Enjoy the weekend. It's going to be beautiful here in Tennessee. And stay tuned. We got some big things coming. Thanks.